All right. Hello, Isaac,
Hi.
and hello, listeners. This is, I think we're on episode 9. We're one episode away from the big double digits.
Yeah, this is season 2, actually.
So this is if we started season 2 in the summer, right? If we're officially delineating them that way. So this is your third episode of season.
Well, or it's season 3, and the summer was like an interstitial, like a little mini mini season. I don't know.
Whatever season it is, we got lots of new things. We got
Well,
new guest stars. We got
guest
new theme
stars.
song. We don't have any of those things.
Actually, some of my friends actually do want to be on this podcast.
Oh,
So,
well, let's do it. I've never
well,
thought
they're
about
not
guest
right
stars.
here with me
Well,
right
I
now,
mean,
but
yeah,
eventually we could do that potentially.
we should. I'll see if I can get some of my friends too. You'd be like a branch out here and
Yeah, we
make
can.
this a
Yeah,
truly worldly podcast.
we'll turn this into one of those crime drama podcasts where they try
Yes,
to get
exactly.
the.
All the crime from.
You can't. Uh, what?
I'll bleep it out in post.
I hope you do. That was a running joke that you just destroyed there.
You're listening to Catchupcast, the podcast where, believe it or not, we do not discuss condiments.
I hope this recording works. It looks like it's doing fine, but sometimes my computer just decides to not do things very well because I think it's broken, but I don't know.
I mean, technology is evil anyway. We've all seen Black Mirror.
There's like a line of dead
Your phone's
pixels
gonna
that's
eat
like
you.
going down the side of the screen. It won't show up
Oh.
on you, but like I'd have a line of dead pixels like right about
So
where you.
if I go over here, am I like?
You're
Right.
you're on the right side of the dead pixels now. Now you're on the left. Oh, you're right in the middle. It's going right down your nose.
Ooh.
Yeah, it makes watching Netflix so much harder.
Oh, I bet that's gotta be. Do you watch a lot of Netflix? Do you have enough time to watch Netflix?
Not usually. Mostly just like short YouTube videos. Nothing like super long, I suppose. I haven't. Yeah.
Speaking of time, that was actually one of the things I wrote down to write about. I had a whole bunch of post-its about stuff to talk about, and they're all upstairs. So it's going to be trying to like memorize these. One of those was free time. Like how much free time this semester do you have versus like other semesters?
I don't know. My free time is about to get real shrunk, real good because I have to write a novel in the month of November for a class, that is, for a grade. So
So
that'll be
you're being forced to write 50,000 words for a grade.
yeah, that's a grade class.
Well, that's actually another thing I wanted to talk about. Was NaNoWriMo.
What
You're
class?
hitting all my stuff.
There's some loud
But
noises
we'll
going
stick
on.
with one of my roommates just walked outside. He could have come in and starred for a second, but he didn't.
So
Um,
also one thing that the listeners can't see, but I can, is your facial hair. I think we have to discuss that first.
I think we do. Listeners, Isaac and I are for the first time doing this over video, so Isaac can see my face.
I've actually never seen Ethan's face before.
Much more of my face than people normally see.
I've never seen 1
you-
inch of Ethan's face ever in my life.
And now you're seeing it in all its glory, in more of its glory
It's
than
horrifying.
I think you've seen in a couple of years. I think.
Imagine you're like listening to a podcast and you get to really love the characters behind it, and then you see their face for the first time.
And you just
You're
hate
like,
it.
that's the voice that comes out of that face? What? And then you never
Actually,
listen to it.
I have had that sensation a couple times. I haven't stopped listening, but like seeing the faces of my favorite podcasters is bizarre.
Yeah, it's horrifying.
So, listeners, never find our faces, just for your own good.
You probably won't be able to find mine, to be honest.
Mine's all over.
Oh wait, no, you definitely can. Yep, because I have a website now. I forget about that.
That's what. Do you want to promote your website, or do we want to address the beard? Is that? The
No,
important
we'll
thing to
talk about
discuss
you
right now?
first.
So I'm involved in a production right now, Denison's production of Sense and Sensibility. It's a Jane Austen book that was adapted by someone into a play, and I'm one of the main characters, you could say, not to brag or anything. But the thing is, it's set in the 1790s, and until the late 1800s in England, and I think most of the world, beards were considered to be like dirty, sort of lower class things.
Yes. Still are.
And so that's really rude. So I've shaved the beard that I've had for a year and a half, and instead have these sideburns
Wow.
because that was the style.
I don't like it.
I don't either. I prefer my hairy face. I don't like my chin. But I shaved about 2 years ago for another show here, but you didn't see me during the interim. So this is the first time you've seen probably my chin since like halfway through high school.
Nah, that's not true. I've seen your chin before that. I've seen your chin
But it's been
in the interim.
Been a long time though.
It doesn't surprise me. I see chins all the time, every day.
Me too. Crazy.
You see one chin, you see them all. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Of course. So what do you like the no beard look? I guess that's my next question.
Yeah.
Do you think I should stick with it, or should I grow it out again?
You should stick with it.
See, I disagree.
No.
I look like a child.
Yeah, that's kind of the point.
I know, but I want to
It's
look like a man.
No, see, you either have to go all the way or no way at all. See, that's where I'm at right now. I can't grow that good of a beard, so I'm not going to go there, right?
But you got the hair.
Right, so that's fine. But I'm not going to go there until, like, I'm Gandalf, right? Until I can go all the way,
Right.
I'm going none of the way. And I think everybody should be that way, too, including yourself. Not to say that you can't go all the way.
I can go all the way.
You can definitely not go all the way.
I've had a very fine beard.
Nah.
I can go as far as I'd like to go with my beard. Nice bushy little face.
Scrubby is how I describe it. Like a bushy scrub. Like a good desert scrub with some like.
You've been holding this in for a long time.
No, it's
years
fine.
and years and years, and you're just finally telling me how you feel about my scrub.
No, your scrub is okay. You can do what
it's
you want.
It's okay. It's my identity. That's all I had for a while. It was just this manly beard.
I don't think beards are that manly, to be honest with you.
Have you ever seen a lumberjack? There's not a single one that doesn't have a beard.
I feel like...
Actually, you've probably seen more lumberjacks than I have, now that I think about it.
Yeah, and I feel like a beard would just, like, be rather impractical. Like, I don't know. As somebody that spends a significant amount of time in the wilderness, I feel like a beard is rather inconvenient. I mean, it's going to happen anyways because I don't shave when I'm out there, but, like, nah, I'm not super interested in, like, that look, you know?
That's valid. Well, if it makes you feel, I'm making a short film at either the end of this month or the beginning of November, and in it I'm going to be beardless, so this is going to be the look for a little bit.
Yeah.
So this will be my face. Oh, and here comes the hair. There we go. Listeners, for those of you, I mean, you wouldn't know, Isaac has the most luxurious long hair. He's Rapunzel.
You're just giving them
here.
clues to how to identify me.
Yes, because you're the only person who has long hair on the entire earth.
Could be.
As long as I bleep out where you're from, you know, where you go to school.
Make it like the trombone sound from.
I think that's a good idea.
Charlie Brown. That's what I'd
like
like
a city
to
that's trombone. I'll make sure I do that just for you.
Yep.
So what? How else are you other than clean shaven?
Fine, pretty good. I'm gonna go hike the most prominent peak in the east tomorrow. Hopefully, I'm gonna hike on
Mount Washington. Mount Washington.
Summit is not necessarily guaranteed.
Are you talking about Mount Washington?
Yes, Mount Washington.
It's a good mountain.
That's the most prominent, but I found out today that it's not the tallest in the east.
No, it's the tallest in.
Which kind of pisses me.
Northeast, but it's not the tallest in this area. Why does it piss you off?
Well, because I feel like it should deserve to be the tallest. Like, it's the most infamous, yet not the tallest. It's, like, kind of annoying.
Well, it's infamous really for the weather more than the height of it. Because, like, the weather, like, I mean, there's stories of people, like, freezing to death hiking up because it was a sunny day when they started, and then it was a blizzard suddenly, and, like, their dress froze, and
Well, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, they've got a house chained
is, like,
to the summit, the tip-top house. It's literally chained to the summit because the winds are so bad. I've been up there where, like, I would stand still and, like, be sort of forced forward by the wind.
Did you hike up or did you drive up?
We drove up once and we took the train up, actually. There's a train that, like, goes right up the side. It's really cool.
Cog railway type.
Cog rail. And then, so, like, on the way up, it's a steam train. Well, we took a steam train. It's not a steam train, but it pushes on the way up. And then on the way down, the guy in the training space is just like holding the brake as you very slowly descend.
I'm sorry if my face is really close or like taking up the majority of your monitor because I don't know how good this microphone on the computer is going to work or like how well it's going to come through. So I'm just getting as close to it as I can.
Isaac, I've missed you. It's nice to be close to your face.
Nah.
No? I tried.
Is there a way I can shrink this? Oh, wow. That's cool. Great.
It's 2018 and you're amazed by shrinking windows.
Yeah, I definitely am.
So back to Mount Washington, I don't know if you've heard about the sleds people used to take down. I don't know how much you know about Mount Washington's history in general. But they used to have like a mail system where like there'd be the summit, right? And there would be the people at the bottom of the mountain. And if there was news from the top of the summit, they wanted to get it down to the bottom really fast. These people would get on, there was like tracks, and they'd get on these sleds and just go down on these tracks. And they would it would take them 3 minutes to go down the entire mountain.
That's insane.
It's insane. I mean, not safe at all, but can you imagine how exhilarating that must have been?
Yeah, for
Because
sure.
they're hitting speeds of like a bajillion miles an hour at that point. Obviously not, because it's not a bit. You know what I mean? They're going really freaking fast. But there's a museum. I think it's at the Cog Railway base station, but they've got one of these sleds on display, and it's just literally a plank of wood with like a brake on it. And these guys are taking them down the most prominent peak on the East Coast.
Right? Isn't it? But you would think it's the tallest, but it's actually not.
They treat it like it's the tallest. I mean, it's a decent hike. It's
it's for sure really tall. For
5,000, 6,000 feet, right?
Yeah, I forget what it exactly is. I should probably know that, but I don't really care that much.
So you're doing that tomorrow? Are you hiking, you said?
Yeah, we're gonna hike it. We're gonna head out tomorrow morning. Actually, we're heading out tonight. Gonna stay the night at a campsite and then start hiking tomorrow.
I don't know if you know what trail it is at all.
I don't. I mean, I should, but I don't off the top of my head right now.
I've hiked parts of the mountain.
Yeah.
Because my family used to go to New Hampshire all the time, so we've spent.
Right. I forget you have a connection in New Hampshire.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I just read a play where they go to the town where I used to go to New Hampshire. So
What's the name of that town?
North Conway.
Oh, yeah. That's right near. That's like the closest town to the president.
Yeah, there's a really famous Wildcat Mountain. It's like a skiing resort, really well known and stuff. And there's an amusement park called Storyland where we used to go all the time.
Great.
But that's
if it looks like I'm not paying attention, just know that I'm layering the windows so I can look at other things while I talk to you.
a good idea, actually. I might also do that. Because what I can do is
Isn't it crazy that you can do that? Isn't that insane?
And I can see our recording time now. It is insane. Technology is wonderful.
It's crazy.
Unless it's Black Mirror, then it's all evil and we're all gonna die.
It's terrifying.
Anyway, so is this for class that you're hiking this, or just
No, it's for an adventure.
Whole college is like.
It's like an outing club. We'll call it that. It's not actually called that, but yeah, adventure club, adventure.
And is it a long drive to get from
I think it's like
the
an hour.
place where you are to New Hampshire?
Might be like an hour and a half, and then
It's not bad
it's
at all.
it's gonna be like a 12-mile loop. Like we're gonna be hiking for a while, but.
There's drama happening. Oh no.
Yeah, I'm gonna let it play out.
It's laughing, not crying. Now I feel bad. I was trying to eavesdrop on this crying, and it's just laughter, and now I feel like an asshole. You ever do that? You're just sitting somewhere and someone's reacting to something emotionally. You just sort of pause your music and eavesdrop.
That's the main thing that I do here because there's no it's all the walls are so thin. All of the campus is only so big. There's something going on anytime. So if you're just listening,
And you got to be in the know, right?
Well, yeah, or you don't want to know. Most of the time.
That's so fun. Eavesdropping. What else is? Do you have stuff you wanted to talk about?
I don't know. Stuff I could talk about, I suppose.
Please.
Let me think. Does it feel like fall where you are, or is it still summer there?
It was like 70 yesterday, and it was 80 the day before that. But it's chilly today.
It's pretty chilly today. I'm wearing a wool
Otherwise-
vest. It's looking good.
I'm in a t-shirt and shorts, but like I had to wear a coat when I went outside. So
Wow. Look at you, trudging through. I can't wait for there to be snow. I was really mad when I made a prediction that there'd be snow in September and that didn't happen.
has it been hot there?
It was hot for like the first couple weeks and really humid, and now it's pretty mild. It's maybe like, let me think, like probably like 50 degrees, I'm going to
That
guess.
sounds amazing. That
Yeah,
sounds
50
amazing.
degrees. It's right on. It's like perfect autumnal temperature, right? It's like you need a sweater and maybe a jacket, but like it's perfect for running or climbing or like literally doing any activity.
I think that's the ideal. Like, I wish it was like that constantly.
Nah, I'd get bored. I'm realizing I need the seasons. Like, I'm thinking about, like, where my future is going to take me and, like, where I might live that won't have seasons, but I really need the seasons to feel content in my life, to feel that change.
Well, as an outdoors person, I feel like you'll probably spend a lot of time in places where there are seasons, right?
Yeah, well, I mean,
Adirondacks and
that's, like, the idea for employment,
Vermont,
right?
that
That
sort
you
of
have to work different seasons, but, yeah.
of course, places like Vermont, and the Adirondacks, you get the seasons real hard.
We get them all and in full force, and it's great.
And like sometimes in the same day, like when I was at camp this summer, there'd be day like right it would start out. I'd wake up and it was like 40 degrees, and like I'd be wearing a coat and pants and stuff. And then by 11, it was 80 and sweaty out.
Yeah, for sure. They can change quick.
Which is keeps you on your toes, your metaphorical, I guess real toes as well.
Yeah, mostly my real toes.
It's good to stay on those. Oh, I went for this was a couple weeks ago, but I was feeling real stressed as you do, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get up early. I'm gonna go for a hike.
Nice.
So there's this bioreserve, maybe like half a mile from campus. So I walked down like 7 in the morning. It was beautiful. I put on a podcast, just sort of walk through the woods. And every time I'm there, I try to take a new trail because there's like 1,000 different like trails waving throughout the woods. It's a couple acres of stuff. But this trail said it was a loop trail. I thought that's an easy trail, whatever. But there were branching paths off it. And I got super lost and ended up hiking like 8 miles before 11 that morning because I got so lost. And it was the best morning I'd ever had.
Nice. Sometimes getting lost is really what you need, you know? It's like I've done a lot of running around here and a lot of like skiing in the winter, just a lot of exploring in general, and like I'm starting to run out of places that I haven't been, which is fine. It's great to have that familiarity with the place, but it's also like, man, I just want to go for a run at a place that I have no idea where I'm going, and I just need to like
Right, because then it's like it's an adventure a little bit. And like,
yeah. It's no
versus
longer
when you're just treading the same paths. You know, it's pretty probably, but
well, for sure.
not the same sense of discovery and you know, all that good shit.
All that good shenanigans.
Thank you for censoring me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I think you should beep that one out too.
We've said swear words on this podcast before.
Yeah. I mean, if we ever want to get sponsors, we probably shouldn't.
That's true. Sorry. Who should sponsor us this week? Who should we just name drop to hope they'll give us some of that
Okay, so
good
like there's
good
this thing in
cash.
the outdoor education industry when a company will sponsor either like an athlete or an educator and like give them free stuff. Who would you want to sponsor you in your lifestyle? Like I know you're not too big into the outdoors, but like if you could get like a company to sponsor you and give them free stuff and like, but you'd have to wear their brand, right? You'd have to represent. Like you can't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what would
What
you
if?
want?
What if? I mean, REI. REI is always good. If we're going for like an outdoorsy place.
No, I'm talking about like for you personally.
Oh,
like,
for me personally.
Like, does
God, I
Canon
don't
sponsor
know.
people, or does I don't know. You're on a Mac right now. Are you?
Yeah,
you on
I
it?
am.
Do they sponsor folks? Will they like?
I assume they do, right?
They have pro deals.
Although something like Apple probably doesn't have to sponsor anyone. They got all the business they need.
Right. But like,
Releasing their iPhone XXX or whatever.
so think about this. Oh God, that doesn't sound good. that sounds like an iPhone that you only use.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
Okay, great.
Speaking of losing sponsors,
No, but like, what? Say you become famous for whatever you want to become famous for, and the industry, whoever makes things for that industry, wants to sponsor you to rep their stuff, to represent their product.
I'd rep Canon. I mean,
Right?
I have a lot of respect for Canon stuff. I'd happily rep them.
Great.
Although this isn't film. This is outdoorsy stuff. There's this company called Bear Butt.
Okay.
They make hammocks and stuff, and I would love to rep them just to wear stuff that says Bear Butt on it around.
Nice.
Like I got a sticker on my laptop that says Bear Butt, and people walk by and I'll see them sort of just acknowledge it, and it brings me it's a little bit of joy every day.
That's great.
What about you? What company would you want to sponsor you?
Oh, so many. I don't know if I can actually I feel like I don't know.
Get
I
these
feel like
aspirations out there. Someone will hear it and will reach out to you.
Well, so here's the thing though. Whoever I don't mention is going to be offended and then not ever sponsor me.
Maybe you're playing hard to get. Maybe that's what that is.
That's what I'm saying, right? Is like there's like this is an actual possibility for me someday, and I actually want to try to do this. And like some of my friends actually have.
It's not for me.
No, it definitely is, but probably not. And so I don't want to I don't know. It'd be a little, yeah. It also might come off as rude or you know. But you get the. I was just interested if that's like a thing that can happen in your neck of the woods, so to say.
It probably could. I mean, I've never really thought about it. It'd be dope to have Canon be like, hey, if you wear a T-shirt that says Canon on it, we'll give you this nice lens. Like that would be dope, right?
Well, I mean, even if some films will have this was shot on a
on a Red RA sort of thing. Well, Red and RA are different companies.
Right, but then other filmmakers would be like, oh damn, they're using that camera, I should probably use that one too, and that's how they get their money, you know. So big companies will be like, yo, shoot with our camera, so then we can then and say that you're shooting with our camera, so then we can get the money.
Well, they do. If you look at end credits, if you sit through them, which not a lot of people do, but I would recommend it. I try to, just because as a filmmaker, I'd want people to sit through to see my name. But it says this film was shot on a Red Epic camera at this many frames a second, blah blah blah. It might not say the frames a second thing, but it usually will say what kind of camera was used. So maybe that's what that is. Maybe it's the same idea.
I mean, that's a pretty low key sponsorship though. That's that's pretty deeply hidden, I would say.
It's not really. It's just an end credits. It's right there on the screen. For the myriads of people who sit through the 10-minute credits,
10 minutes?
Yeah, that's what an average. Well, no, probably not. Credits are long though, 8, 9 minutes, something like that.
I don't got that kind of time.
Yeah, you got busy stuff to do after seeing movies. Do you see movies out there?
Do I go to watch it? I usually just watch them on Netflix, to be honest with you.
But what if what if something fun's coming out and you want to go see it?
The closest movie theater is I think there's one in the next town over, which is maybe 20, 30 minutes away. Yeah, I think
that's the next town over is 20 minutes away.
Well, depends on what you consider a town.
Well, the woods hard to, the trees you guys live in. The evergreens, one town, the deciduous trees over there, another town.
Well, I'll tell you this: we're on the border of the boreal forest and the deciduous hardwood forest, or the mixed hardwood. It's really a mixed hardwood forest.
Oh, those are the two big cities?
Well, no, those are the two major biomes. You go a little further north and it turns into a different type of tree ecosystem, but a little further south it's this one, so we're right on the edge of that.
I didn't realize trees were in biomes like that. I thought trees just grew wherever they wanted.
I mean, they do that too, but they probably wouldn't survive, right? It's
right.
They're too cold north of here to survive those. Yeah. Right.
So you're
they're
situated.
Just still temperature range. It's the same idea on a mountain, right? On
the different zones.
Yeah, different zones as you're going up the mountain. You have Of course, the top might be bare of trees, but the bottom is going to have
And
different
it's sort of
trees.
smaller and get bigger, bigger, bigger.
Yes. In some cases, they get yeah.
I mean, right? That would make logical sense, just because like there'd
Right.
be more nutrients at the bottom of the mountain than at the top.
But it
which
can
is
even be the
more
same
rocky.
species that gets smaller and smaller as you go up. So like you'll have what's called a Krummholz tree, or like a tree that is sort of shrunken in size and in stature and is like kind of gnarly looking because it's been blown around a lot and because it doesn't have the same nutrients to grow very big. So on these like the perimeter of the summit, before it gets to the tree line, you'll have these Krummholz species that are really small, sort of very dense and like look like they're hanging on by a thread. But they're actually really
And
cool.
are they?
Well, yeah, they are. They're very fragile.
That is really cool. I miss mountains. It's
You don't have mountains
You're
in
there
Ohio?
all the time.
You have no mountains in Ohio?
I used to make this joke a lot. I think Denison is on the biggest hill in Ohio, and it's not. But like,
It's probably true.
it feels like it. It's like spending all summer in the Adirondacks, like I did, and you did. It was freaking amazing, right? Waking up every day and there's a mountain. I'm gonna go for a hike on a mountain.
You know
And
those
now the
mountains,
best I
they
can
come
really
and
do is
go,
go in the
right? They're
woods.
like always, sometimes not even there.
Yeah, you know those traveling nomadic mountains.
They're
Wouldn't
moving,
that be
just
a
way
cool,
slower than we
like-
can perceive.
a cool like folk tale about nomadic mountains?
Maybe.
I'm gonna write it. That's what I'm gonna do.
Do it.
Speaking of writing,
Yes.
you brought this up a little bit ago. So you're for your class, or I assume for a class, you're participating in National Novel Writing Month.
Yep.
What class is that?
It's called creative writing, comma,
That makes
or no,
sense.
creative writing, semicolon, novel.
And you participated a couple years ago, right? In
I did,
NaNoWriMo.
yeah. It was pretty awful.
The experience or the product?
The product. The
Did
experience
you
was
make it?
fine.
Did you hit 50,000 words?
I did. But just because
What was it
you
like?
have
'Cause I'm
50,000
thinking
words,
about doing it.
just because you have 50,000 words in a Word document does not mean you've written a novel.
Well, no, I just turned in. I think that was 1,000 words, and it was definitely not a paper.
Exactly, right? It's like, what is language, anyways? You know.
Well, I don't know if I wouldn't say the purpose of National Novel Writing Month is to get a finished product done, right?
No, it for sure
It's
isn't.
to get a first draft.
Right. A first draft that is probably never going to go anywhere else because
But you
that's the
wrote
thing.
it.
They don't do any like follow up. It's like, all right, great.
No, it's you write it and you get like access to like editing software and shit, right? I was sort of looking at the prizes. It's nothing. It's all like get books and stuff.
Or like not even that. I mean, it's like there's like no follow up. It's like, cool, you put your hands on a keyboard for this long. Good job. And then that's it. There's no like, which is a good thing and a bad thing. Like it gets more people to write more, which I think is always good, but it also like quality versus quantity, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely going
Do you
into
think
it.
they should have like a system where like if you do it, they can get you in contact with like an editor or something, and you could.
It'd be interesting to do like a 3-month plan, which is what this class essentially is. It's gonna like the first month, which is October, essentially. We're doing like the plot and outlining, and then November we're gonna write, and then December we're pretty much gonna take off. We're not actually gonna be like writing, or we're not actually gonna be editing. We're just gonna be like leaving it,
That's still you've taken a couple creative writing classes now, right? Am I
No, just this
wrong in
one,
that?
I think.
Oh, did you just participate for fun 2 years ago?
What?
The one you wrote a couple years ago, was that for class or was that for
Yeah,
fun?
that was for fun.
And was it fun?
In a pretty masochistic way, I would suppose.
This is a ringing endorsement for National Novel Writing Month.
Pretty much. I'm sponsored by them, actually.
Are you?
No.
Is that our welcome to Catchupcast, sponsored by a writing contest.
But there are podcasts for it, right? Like, there's entire podcasts and communities designed for National Novel Writing Month. I mean, there's, like, podcasts for everything nowadays, but, like,
including podcasts just for having a conversation. You're listening to Catchupcast.
Just for keeping two friends together.
And look at that. This is the first time we've talked face to face, not in person, I think, in all of college.
Yeah. That's not that impressive.
Anywho.
There's contractually obligated podcasts to keep friends together, I suppose.
If that's what it takes, right?
Sure.
I'm thinking about doing National Novel Writing Month. And
Right.
I'm not just saying that because they're sponsoring us. When you wrote your piece was kind of stream of consciousness, I remember.
Yeah, it was not great.
Did you plan it out at all, or did you just start writing?
Nope, didn't plan one inch of it.
It's kind of cool though, just sort of off the cuff product like that.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely planning this one a lot more. I have some good ideas for it.
Can I get a sneak peek or?
I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
I
don't want any spoilers, so our listeners don't want to.
No. It definitely won't spoil it. So the thing is, I'm basing it off of a short story, not my own short story, but somebody else's short story, and sort of expanding that universe, so to say.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so it gives me more material to work with to begin with, right? Like I can sort of like that gets me some ideas to sort of swirl around and then build off of that. So besides like coming up with an idea like straight off the top of my head, which would be kind of hard, I suppose, for some folks. So yeah, I guess the hint would be to that short story.
What is the short story?
It's the name of my favorite band. If you know what my favorite band is, then you know the name of the short story, and you can go read that short story if you want.
Should we reveal this to the listeners, or is this just a for me?
No, I think you should know that.
I do. It's Ockerville River, right?
Well, there you go. Great.
All right, so there you have it, listeners. Read the short story, and you'll get a little sneak at Isaac's big upcoming novel.
Don't. I want the
Ockerville
expectations to be
Ocean.
as low as possible here.
Just kidding, listeners. Don't invest yourselves in this. You'll just be sad. How's that? Is that better? Get the expectations
if there are
as low as
listeners,
they
can't be that invested in anything. Seeing how we haven't put out a episode in like 2 months.
Think how loyal our fans are, that they'll wait months in between episodes. Our moms must be so proud.
Yeah, they're loyal, but like more contractually obligated.
You know, that contract known as birth.
Contract known as Lou.
Yes.
Yeah.
That one. Love.
Yeah, you gotta say it right.
Although I feel weird saying it that way in regards to my mother.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Love is more of like a me and that pretty girl I saw when I was going contra dancing. You know what I mean?
You went contra dancing?
No, but I thought about you the other day. I was reading. Maybe that was this morning. I don't know. I was reading this guy went to like a blues dance, and I was like, "Well, that sounds fun." Oh, Isaac goes contra dancing.
Yeah, I haven't gone yet this semester. I do want to though. I think it'll be interesting, but we'll see.
I wish they had stuff like that here. Like they don't even have like hoedowns, and it's Ohio, so you think they would.
Ohio hoedowns.
Ohio down. Ohio. You know where I'm going with that joke. It just didn't work. Ohio downs. No, okay. I tried, and that's the important thing, right? Isaac's shaking his head, very disappointingly, and
These visual jokes are so great for audio format.
Yeah, for this, everyone knows podcasts are best when all the communication is being done, with body cues rather than vocally.
I mean, really, I'm like holding up sign cards that like say things to you, and there's like a whole nother conversation going on.
Right, we're having a Love Actually conversation as this podcast happens. We're sponsored by that film now. Fun fact.
With the main actor from Scrubs.
Yes.
I don't know which came first. Probably the Love Actually.
Although Scrubs that was like an early 2000s show, if I recall correctly. I've never watched it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Have you watched it? Is it good?
I have watched it. Yeah, it was actually really good. I haven't watched all of it, but I think it's like you watch like 10 episodes of it, and you're like, yeah, I know what this is now.
And I think they took it off Netflix. So.
True.
You watch anything good on Netflix these days? I just started. This isn't a Netflix show, and it's a show that I should have started years and years and years ago. But I recently finished the first season of Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's a good show. I like it.
It's phenomenal. I can't believe I
Approved.
never watched it before.
You haven't watched it? You didn't watch it when it came out, like when we were.
No, I didn't. I never did.
Huh.
And it's incredible.
Interesting.
So that's what I've been watching these days. I had a show last night. I don't know if I said
Like a
that
performance?
yet. Like a performance. Opening night for Sense and Sensibility was last night.
Oh wow.
It
That
went
early
really,
into
really
the
well.
semester, huh?
We started on move-in day. That was our first rehearsal.
Oh, how's that? Oh, like, wow.
Yeah, so it's been this year and that show have been intertwined completely. I'm looking forward to having a break.
When does that show end?
It ends next weekend.
Oh, okay. So you only get like what, two runs, 3 runs?
We're doing 4 shows a week.
Oh wow, that's a
Or
lot.
I guess 4 this week, 3 next week.
Let's see. My school just started a drama club.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You gonna audition for anything? You gonna
No, too late.
try your hand at the theater?
I have enough going on in my life, to be
That's
honest.
valid. You're a busy dude.
Yeah, but it is cool. I might support with like stage stuff, construction, whatever.
Do you know much about it, like the format of what they're doing and stuff? Or?
Yeah, I do know about it. Yeah, since it's such a small campus and we don't really have a whole lot of time to like make this whole big production, I think they're just gonna do like 1-act sort of deals.
That's fun.
Yeah, so they're
That's
gonna
easier in a lot of ways.
Yeah,
And
right.
harder. But
And not a whole lot of costuming or like big like budgetary things to worry about, because our school has literally no money. So yeah, it sounds cool. I think people have like their assignments now and are starting to like work through it, I guess.
you gonna go watch them? See
For
the
sure, yeah.
performances?
Yeah, if I'm around, I'll definitely go see it.
Is there a theater on campus?
What
Or
do you
like
mean by
a
a
performance
theater?
space? Like somewhere to perform. I guess that's you could perform anywhere really.
Pretty much. Like,
But do you know where they're planning on putting these on? Is there like a black box? Or
probably
like
in the
like a
dining
dome
hall.
that-
Probably in
I was gonna say
the
dining hall makes sense.
yeah, because that's the space that can hold the most amount of people.
Probably no. Swayze, I guess, would hold more people here. Jerry Springer was here last week.
Who is that?
He
I
had a
remember that.
TV show. Like
The Seinfeld
the
show.
'90s. No, that's Jerry Seinfeld. Different guy, different Jerry. Not everyone named Jerry is Jerry Seinfeld.
No, but he was on. He was. He also has that show on Netflix called Getting Coffee with Comedians in Cars.
No. I think that's James Corden. I'm not. No, he's the karaoke guy. Anyway, he was like mayor of Cincinnati. He's like an actual celebrity. He was here on campus, and I missed him.
Yeah, he was in. He was.
You're just being dumb now. I got it.
He has
I
a
got it.
stand-up special. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I don't think he does, Isaac. I think you're being dumb.
Yeah, he's got that joke about like airplane food.
That is Jerry Seinfeld. You were talking about Jerry Seinfeld. He's a different guy, Isaac.
No, that's what you're talking about.
You look like you're reading. So, are you rearranging windows? What are you doing? Isaac's just like staring very intently at his screen right now. Well, and being sort of
Don't worry
alarmingly
about
quiet. I'm worried about it. You look very devious.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. He's got a touring show going on right now.
Not you. You've googled him. You're just being obnoxious now.
He's actually going to be in. He was just in Vancouver, British Columbia. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty far away
Jerry-
from Ohio. I feel he did a pretty fast turnaround there, I suppose.
I'm gonna do something listeners can't see real quick. Now that I've done that, let's move on, shall we?
Oh, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Oh my God, Isaac!
He voiced a character in the Bee movie.
Yes, that's exactly what we're talking about. He didn't just voice a character; he was the Bee, Barry B. Benson.
Well, that's kind of funny because he was also in a movie called Benson. That's.
Are you on his IMDb page right now? The International Movie Data Bee.
I know it's a deep cut, but he was also in the movie Glitz, right? That's the guy you're talking about.
Yes, that's the guy I'm talking about. Listeners, I'm sure this makes for
Followed the next year by
wonderful
One Night
content.
Stand.
We're
Yeah,
gonna move
classic.
on from this Jerry Seinfeld stuff, because I'm sure this is just thrilling to listen to for 5 minutes now. It's not that long, but so what's on your plate these days? What do you got? Any fun weekend plans?
Played just a crucial role in a movie called The Thing About My Folks.
I'm trying to
I know
advance
that's a pretty obscure one,
this
but I'm
podcast
surprised
and-
he has the budget to come all the way over to Ohio. Like,
Yeah, it was real nice of him. It was nice to see my boy, the bee.
who
you done?
came again? What was his name?
I'm not doing this. I refuse. I refuse to do this. And now we've got all this content in the episode. It's just. All right. Well, we got to wrap up anyway. It's
Okay,
45
great.
minutes in, and I have to take a shower. So we got any fun weekend plans? We'll wrap up with a little.
Like I said, I'm gonna
coming
go
up.
hike the most prominent mountain in the east.
Most prominent.
Hopefully, I'll be hiking.
Is,
On it.
like-
We'll see how I get to it.
You coming back after that? Like, is it like you go out Saturday, come back Saturday,
We'll come back actually. Yeah, late Saturday night.
and then Sunday catch up on homework, that sort of thing.
Catch up on homework, do some work for the college, get that
Right on.
that money. You know what they call Sunday, right?
What do they call it? What do they call it, Isaac?
You think I'm gonna make another?
I kind of do. I kind of.
I realized the look on your face made it seem like I was gonna make another Jerry Seinfeld joke, but
That's exactly what I thought.
but they call Sunday doing laundry and calling mom day.
Oh,
Right,
that's nice.
right. That yeah.
I did laundry yesterday. My clothes, like I put stuff in the dryer and it didn't dry all the way.
Wow, that's really inconvenient.
It was because now I have to do another load, and like I don't have quarters.
See,
So-
your school still does quarters. After a few very high-profile vandalism incidents where people were breaking the washer quarter machines, they decided to not make our washers and dryers take quarters anymore.
So do you pay for laundry still, or?
No pay.
It seems like Denison's the only school that makes us pay for laundry, and it's so
That's what we
stupid,
thought. But apparently that's not
Oh.
true.
But yeah, well, I hope you don't die on Mount Washington, the most prominent peak in, do we say the United States or the East Coast?
East Coast.
Don't die.
And what do you got going on? What's how do you want to end this?
Well, you might be calling your mom on Sunday, but my mom's going to be here tomorrow, and my dad.
Wow.
They're coming to see the show.
Come to see the show. Well, that's great.
Which I'm excited for.
That's really cool.
And then I've skipped a lot of classes this week, so I just have to catch up on that. But yeah, it's going to be a good weekend.
Great.
I hope you take lots of pictures from this Mount Washington trip, because I would love to see them.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm definitely gonna take a lot of pictures. It's gonna be cool.
Hell yeah. Well, hey, Isaac, it's been wonderful talking to you. We will do this again really soon.
Great. Yeah, for sure. One more.
Well, this is how we're going to end it with another Seinfeld joke.
Nah, I would never do that.
Yeah?
Nah.
Okay, I believe you.
Nah. But you know what they say. Maybe I shouldn't have made those jokes. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe I apologize for making 5 minutes of Jerry Seinfeld jokes, but hindsight's always 20/20, and I think we can just end it there. How about that?
Yeah, how about that airplane food, right?